Thank you so much, Anya, for doing this interview with me. So,
Hello.
so a few years back, you contacted me and we exchanged many emails. And you were back then in the recovery process, but right now you are recovered. So maybe you can share your story with the viewers, so you can inspire other people. Yeah. So maybe you can start by what do you think? Where did your eating disorder begin?
My eating disorder is something that's maybe inherited a little bit from my family because all the women in our family were a little bit concerned with their body image. So my grandma, for example, she would always diet, always, but these ridiculous diets with I don't know 500 calories per day, and then like just vigorous activity. And she was always also like weigh herself and compare herself, give comments on others' body weight. And my mom then did kind of similar things, but more smart ones, like smarter diets, maybe less less extreme, and she was more introverted about it. But yes, this I think this influenced my body image as well because this is the only like relationship with a body that I know.
Yeah, you kind of role model what you see in your family, especially your mom and other women in your family. It perfectly makes sense to me, yeah, how it can start. So, can you share what type of eating disorder did you have?
So it started as compulsive overeating, and I always combined it, the overeating, I always combined with sport. So maybe now I would say it was like this bulimia as well, like this kind of method to keep kind of in shape because I was never overweight. I think I was regulating this overeating with this sports. So this was like the first period, and then after a while, after the first therapy, and then after like the independence, I I had orthorexia. So this was also a lot of physical activity and then really like strict food choices.
Can you share what would you say, like the lowest point in your eating disorder?
The lowest point was in this orthorexia period when I like finally realized that this thing, this tomorrow, yeah, this good feeling, it won't last because it's pathetic. So it will go down again, and like this eating disorder is like this. So when I realized that I was like really really low, I couldn't see any solution. So I got kind of depressed. It was actually right before I finally started healing.
So, how did you start your healing journey? Like, where did you begin?
Mm, I had two two healing journeys. One was for this first group of symptoms when I was a teenager still. I got group therapy and I was there for 2 years, and it helped me a lot. But I was still growing, and I wasn't prepared to go deep into my the base problem of body image. I couldn't talk about it. I was just like part of group, and my symptoms were like better. So it was nice for support. But then when the new trigger happened, this orthorexia happened. I was then like soon I went to therapy again, individual therapy, and it was not for eating disorder, like not consciously, but over like half a year we did a lot of work with emotions, and I was slowly prepared to go into my like this deepest problem.
You said that you were not ready to let go of the body image or talk about the body image thing. So, how did you start talking about it? How did you got over this?
I knew in this therapy, individual therapy, I'm in denial of something, but I didn't know exactly of what. And then I remember my therapist once tried to she invited me to talk maybe about these things, and I was really like I cut her off. Like I was like, okay, no, this is okay. Let's go somewhere else. And then it stayed in my mind, like it was always in my mind, and I always felt that I'm not ready to like bring it on. So then actually we had a pause after half a year of therapy. I had this break from therapy, and so I went outside living life, and I realized that now I'm strong enough to maybe really express also this and to talk about this. And I remember I started maybe talking with like people that I know a little bit, like participating in maybe that kinds of conversations because I would always avoid it. And then like slowly I started writing you about this, and also I was telling about my boyfriend and also then the therapist. I started going again. So
The more you open it up about it, the more you actually recovered.
yes, this was like, I think this was this switch. I had to express it somehow.
Yeah.
I had to normalize it.
Yeah, and for me as well, because if I started to make the YouTube videos about my eating disorder, everything, at first it was very hard and kind of uncomfortable. I was worried about maybe my, I don't know, friends or family or like people see it. But actually now, like, I don't care. Like, the more you talk about it, the easier it is and the problem kind of fades away. So you said you had problem with binge eating and orthorexia. What helped you to recover from the binge eating? Like, how are you now able to eat normally?
This is I found your videos, and this was like the turning point for me, because I didn't know about this mindset that I can develop. So I was like, okay, this makes a lot of sense, that I just allow myself to eat whatever and whenever and as much as I want. Because I was so low that I was just like, okay, this restriction doesn't work like at all. So let's do it, like let's go in another extreme. Don't restrict anything ever again. And I remember I would watch a lot of your videos, like trying to, brainwash myself a little bit with this idea, because it had so much sense. And so I would just go like, okay, still binging, because I was in this period of extreme hunger, of course. So like the binges were still on, and I ate a lot. I ate really, really a lot. I would just buy myself whatever, and like it was really scary. It was so scary. But I was really present in this process because I knew this is going to be okay. I felt it somehow.
How did you let go of the mindset of orthorexia, and how did you allow yourself to have everything, including the bad foods?
Before I would do this, allowing myself everything, I had trouble with, I would just eat like forbidden stuff, like at midnight or I don't know when, and a lot of it. So I was like, okay, so I'm already eating these things and I don't enjoy them because I have this guilt. So nothing happens to me. Okay, I eat these things, I eat a lot of these things, and I'm still breathing, I'm still quite healthy, and nothing like really dramatic happens. So let's just like, why wouldn't I allow myself to eat this? And maybe this was like the mechanism in my head. This thought came to me that, okay, I won't gain like 100 kilos from this. Probably once I will have enough. I was just trusting this thought. But then with this, in going to this mode, it felt better. I felt better in my body. And automatically I then perceived my body better. Even if like it gained or like whatever happened to it. I started to be more calm with it.
The more you allowed yourself to have whatever you wanted, then over time you actually saw that nothing happened, and it helped you to keep on going. So what are your tips to somebody who is in recovery? Your tips, what helped you the most?
Maybe this perfectionist mindset. Do some experiments, like in a sense that maybe one small allowance more a day of maybe eating this food, or trying to eat like it's strange time, or like, yeah, not allowed foods, or maybe trying to not exercise one day. Maybe these small adaptations to this perfectionist like daily routine. Like maybe if you take it slower, maybe it works even better over time. Maybe it's not so extreme. Also, working on emotions, working on expressing things. This is like the best done with therapy, but I'm sure that like the support is always somewhere. If you're prepared to actually express something, this is what makes the difference.
And can I ask you, how is your eating now? Like, are you intuitive eater, and how is your relationship with food in general?
Well, I'm not anything. I don't know really like if I'm intuitive eater or not, because I haven't read any of the books, so I don't know. But I'm quite lazy with cooking. I I've never like I enjoy it, but most of the time I just don't have the interest to really like occupy myself with preparing. And I eat when I'm hungry, and sometimes I eat when I really want to eat some stuff. I have like craving, I go for it, and I have these periods, like maybe a week when I don't have much appetite, and then another week when I have like more appetite. I kind of listen to my body, how much it wants, and I don't concern myself with this like which kinds of food I eat, because I see my body sometimes it wants something more like unhealthy, greasy fast food, and like a lot of times it wants something fresh and something like healthy or like the good foods. So I just kind of trust it, and I learned that like some stuff are not good for me. For example, I'm not eating the whole pizza in midnight. Like this will have me feeling really bad in the morning, like physically. So maybe I just watch out for those stuff, but I don't have to, because maybe it happens like twice a year that like something like this happens. So I don't really care. So actually, like this relationship with food, it's a lot less of thinking about food. Like it's almost non-existent. This is really freeing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, everything you said, it's kind of like how intuitive eating is. And I don't follow any intuitive eating book as well, but just as I describe my normal eating, it's just like normal eating. And everything you said about like eating when you're hungry, and also sometimes eating just because you feel like it, and also about the pizza thing, I can make the conscious choices about foods, and it's not clouded by the urges to binge eat, and I can make like a healthy choices around food as well. So yeah, I'm very happy for you. So can you say to somebody who is struggling in recovery, in your opinion, why is recovery worth it for you?
Okay, recovery. Okay, so my recovery, this is like this is the thing I'm the most proud of in my life. This is the strongest thing that happened to me in my life, because my life, if before it was black, now it's white. So this is like a 180 degrees flip in my life. So like I couldn't recommend it more. Like this is the best thing you can do for yourself if you have like troubles with eating. Like, but the thing is, for me at least, it was so hard to believe that this other side exists, because I was so this was my reality. My reality was eating disorder, was this disordered thinking occupying with food, and I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't believe people who cure themselves. I thought they are in denial. Like this is not like, how can it be? So
Too good to be true, right?
yeah, too good to be true. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. But then when I recovered, when I was in recovery, and I started like, I was so like, what is happening? I don't think about food. I'm not hungry. okay, am I going into this anorexia mode now? Like, what's happening? And then I started like seeing that this is maybe some like normal eating patterns are like coming into me, and I'm maybe now starting to have this normal relationship with food. And this, like when I did it, when this turning point happened, people around me said that I changed. Like I changed in a week, like so much. It was really, really like everyone could see it. So this, yeah, it is the best thing you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
To go like 100% into it.
Yeah, yeah.
To
Yeah.
risk this mindset, to just risk everything and just go.
Just do it. I can see it through you, and like you light up when you talk about your recovery. And this is how it felt like for me to me as well. You said that you didn't believe that this is possible, like not for you maybe. And then it's a complete opposite of the eating disorder, like where you are. You kind of
Yes.
you see the world for the first time, like with all the colors.
Yes. It's renaissance, really. And it's not like too much. This is really like how I feel still about it when I think about it. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for this interview, and it inspired me. So I know it will inspire others as well. So thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for being being my turning point in my recovery. Because I don't know, without your videos, without your work, I don't know how I would find my way. So
Yeah, thank you so much. It means so much to me. Like this is
yeah.
why I do it. So yeah, thanks a lot. You are helping me as well by saying all of these things.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye bye.